we're going to start this webinar. Thank you for joining. Today we'll speak of Teliska alerting solution. We have a lot of products for Cisco collaboration, including two alerting products, which fit for different usage. To make it simple, there are two great categories of usages. For example, you have you're in an industrial environment and you want to alert the maintenance team or a security team, so a group of people, and as soon as somebody is available, it will take care of the incident, the issue. It may work also with an isolated worker, can be also in a medical environment. Otherwise, you can also use the alerting system to notify, alert a large number of people, for example, the whole building. It can be, for example, IT breakdown information or something like that, or marketing information. Or it can be a massive alert to ask everybody to get out, or the opposite, stay inside the building. So different type of alert, and we have different solutions which use different technologies available on Cisco. First, we are going to describe voice alert. So here you see the architecture and how it is possible to trigger an alert and the different media to alert. To trigger the alert, you can dial a number, then you hear an audio message, and you can confirm the alert by typing a DTMF code. You can also check that the calling party is available, is authorized. Sorry. We also propose a web interface from which you can select the right alert, and you see how the alert is going on. We also can check the user, of course, authenticated user or IP address of the PC. It's possible to trigger the alert by pressing a button, for example, with dry contact to IP converter. It can be also a machine which will trigger automatically the alert. And also it's possible to develop an application which will trigger the alert by requesting an HTTP REST request. To alert, we use a pool of CTI port which dials either internal IP phones, or it's possible also to dial loudspeakers which are SIP enabled, and there are two products we have worked with which are CyberData and Algo Solution, which are supporting CUCM SIP. And of course, it's possible to dial external contact on mobile or DECT as well. It's possible also to push text notification on Cisco IP phones, and if it is Wi-Fi mobile phone, it's possible also to vibrate the phone. It's possible also to use dry contact, IP to dry contact relay to, for example, to play an alert, or we can send emails or fax. So here are the details of the peripheral. For example, for dry contact, we work with control by wave devices. You can define different modes of alert. For example, you can broadcast to all numbers at the same time, which fits well for if you want to alert a large number of contacts or phones. Or you can call a limited list by priority. Call first one contact, then another one, and if, for example, the first one accepts the mission, you can stop dialing the other contact. It's possible to define list of phones based on the numbers, phone numbers, or IP phone list, or you can segment the list by device pool, call interspace, or location. Also, it may be interesting to use IP address ranges, because it can be rated to VLAN, which are rated to switches. If, for example, you can have one switch or two switches per floor, so you can divide the list per floor in the buildings. It's possible also to use contact list. The difference is that a contact may have several numbers, so you can first call the office number, then the mobile, then the home number, or the three at the same time. It's possible also to send email or fax. And you can take into account the schedules, the availability of the different contacts. So depending on the time of the alert, it will call different contacts. When the call does not reach destination, there is no answer, then you can dial again after a delay. You can also support DTMF code to accept the mission or decline the mission. And it's possible to drop the current call to play the alarm, then you are connected automatically with the alarm system. And detect that the line is forwarded. So in this case, you can avoid calling a line which is forwarded, for example, for external number, or not, it depends on your decision. We provide a full report, included who has been called, at what time, did they accept the call, etc. There is a dashboard with graphics, and this report is sent by email automatically. So that's an example of a dashboard where we see the alert has been sent to 7 numbers. 4 of them has accepted, 1 has declined, and the other one has not been contacted yet, or not. They have not answered. So the application supports different entities, which means different supervisors, which are allowed to send different alerts, different group of contacts. You will see now a video. So we see with the administration, then an alert which is triggered. So you can define contacts, can import them, for example, with several numbers per contact. You can define a contact list, so a group of contacts. You can also define a list of phones or numbers by device pool here, or by IP address ranges. Here we define different alert groups by different groups. Here you can trigger the alert, for example, by calling this phone number, or by API, or we can detect also a file, or by dry contact. Here we see we have defined a contact list. It's possible to define also a different type of list, and it's possible to define two lists per alert. So you can join, for example, a list of phones and a list of mobile, which is a different source. Here we have defined a new message by text-to-speech, and here you can see the different recycle parameters of the call. Now we are going to trigger an alert. We select first a group of alerts, EC, then an alert, we confirm, and then you see here the ongoing alert statistics. So now 3, not yet, 3 alerts have been, have stopped the video. 3 alerts have been triggered, now 4. So we stop the alert and we see the statistics. Okay, now we have a look to IPS pager. So the same type of slide to show the architecture and how it can be triggered and how we alert. For IPS pager, we support an IP phone XML interface from which you can select the destination, the alert, and trigger the alert, either text or audio alert. The same from a web interface, we can fit in a Jabbers tab, as you can see here. And there is also a full screen and user interface, web interface, which display maps, and you can select the destination on maps. Also, we support an HTTP REST API, and it's possible to schedule notification alerts at different time of day. For example, to alert when the offices will be closed, which applies, for example, in banks. It's possible to push text or graphic message on the phones, on the Cisco IP phones, of course. And there is some specific feature with IPS pager. is that you can play audio message using multicast IP address, which is great because with one RTP flow you can send audio to thousands of phones at the same time, and these phones are synchronized, which is important if the phones are in an open space, so that the audio is not mixed up, that it's all playing the same thing at the same time. It's possible also to play audio message to IP speakers, loudspeakers, same as CyberData and Algo Solution. And so you can either speak directly from one IP phone to all the phones at the same time, or you can play recording audio, which can have been imported from an audio file or generated with text-to-speech. Also, we support an interface to send SMS notification. As with voice alert, you can define different type of lists by directory numbers, by phones, segmented, say by device pool and so on, IP address range. It's possible also to select users or departments, so a group of users, or all the phones of the cluster. And it's possible also to select users in different CUSM clusters. So we support multi-clusters architectures. We've seen already different sources. So here are some screen copies where you can see text message or graphic message pushed on the phone. Here we see that from an IP phone user interface, we send a text notification to a large number of phones, and the same from Jabber's tab. Here you see how you can define a text-to-speech message in several languages, up to 4 languages, which are merged in one message. Here, from IP phone interface, you select first the destination, for example, all the sites. Then you decide to talk, and the IP phone will wait that enough IP phones are ready to hear the notification, and then you can press the speech talk software, so it is in French, and at that time you are connected. The microphone from the calling IP phone is connected directly to the loudspeakers of all the other phones. If somebody is already on the call, he will hear the notification in the headset, but the other party will not listen, will not hear the notification. There is also a walkie-talkie mode, which allows the destination to press also talk soft key and answer, but in this time everybody will answer, will hear the answer, so it works well with a small group of phones. From this IP phone interface, we select also destination, then recorded audio message or generated audio message. Then we are asked to confirm, and after confirmation, the audio message is played automatically, and either it's stopped after a defined time, or you can manually stop it. From this web interface, you can select the destination by clicking on an area, and then play a recording audio message or a text-to-speech notification. And that's a dashboard you will see. So you can see how many phones have been are placed in already in the audio mode where it can listen the message, and our percentage of failure, and so on. So now we're going to see a video. First, a video of the administration of IPS pager. So you see different entities, different destinations. So here we define an audio destination defined by IP address range. So a list of IP phones by address range. What is allowed on this destination? Press to talk is not allowed here. And we define we link this destination with area on the map, which is defined by the color actually of the area. Here we define a text message, which is generated in audio, so you see the list of different languages supported. It's possible to define automatic alerts at different time of day, and here is the call history of different alerts which have been played. And now we see the video of the map user interface. You see different maps, simplified maps. Here we can select to play the audio message to floor 1. We select here the audio message to play, and we start the notification. And we see statistics, 7 have received the notification, and we are playing the notification already. For your convenience, here is a summary of the different applications and the difference between IPS pager and voice alert, what is possible on each product to trigger the alert, different way of triggering the alert. And here we compare the different media, how we can play the alert. So the main difference is that voice alert use real STUSM calls for internal or external calls, as IPS pager use multicast IP flow. Thank you for your time. We will be ready to answer any of your questions on the different number and email address. Goodbye.